of me was saying more is yet to come. You know, the metros, the bigger townships and everything. Up until when we were stuck at 39.6% for almost an entire day.
Yeah.
Anxiety crept in. Provinces began to say they're done with counting. And only after all the results were presented and were reflected, we realized that the biggest obstacle for the ANC was MKP. And secondly, the other challenge for the ANC was the voter turnout. If elections were based on, the election results were based on the number of people who didn't go and vote, that is the number that won the elections. The silent vote, the protest vote. And that protest vote is the vote that did not go and vote because they wanted to not vote for anybody else, but stay at home. And staying at home because of many other issues, jobs, the economy, safety and security, load shedding, no water, and stuff. We've gone to these elections this way, and like all other elections, we went to elections with COPE, we emerged victoriously. We went to elections with the EFF, we emerged victorious. What was unique with these elections is that for the first time in the history of the ANC, you had a party that was established by a former president. Not somebody who was in the Youth League or somebody who was disappointed about Polokwane, but a president.
Yeah.
A president of the ANC. Secondly, we looked at where these votes were coming from. It was on the borders of Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal. It was here in Gauteng, in the established townships next to the hostels. And it was in KwaZulu-Natal, in our own base, in our own wards. And in some instances, we didn't see them campaigning, viciously. And it was on those bases that we realized that there was something more than just a new party and a new party within our constituency. There were so many things. These were the first elections without King Zwelithini, may his soul rest in peace. These were the first elections without Umntwana kaPhindangene, may his soul rest in peace. These were elections where some amongst us South Africans were saying, Sivotela ubaba. And in that space also there was this thing that you vote for this party to correct the ANC. So the mobilization around ethno-nationality became very strong. Ethnicity became very dominant, and the identity also saying there's something wrong with this ANC, therefore vote for us so that we go and sort the ANC. At that time, the person was still claiming to be a member of the ANC, and the ANC had not resolved the issues about his membership status. So there was that, and I can say, sitting here, it was only post that we realized that there was, we were bitten by people that were wearing the same T-shirt like ours. We were bitten by voters who believed they are supporting the ANC to renew itself. And we were also, not only us, by the way, here in Gauteng, MKP even took the wards that belong to the IFP here in the inner city, the hostels, that the ANC never won, solely because of this identification of being abantu abanida, a father figure. And we must deal with that demon in this country because it poses a serious threat. If people who are 18 and above can only identify on the basis of that. There's nothing that is as bad as racism and tribalism. So we need to look at that. We must also be able to adapt to the realities of every area where we contest, because there are, call them backward cultures, but there are cultures that are so deeply rooted. The respect for elders, the issues of seniority and the relationship with traditional leadership, and so on and so forth. So there is so much that we have come to appreciate that led to this. If you look at the recent by-elections post-May 2024, the situation has changed. The situation has changed. Instead, the ANC is beginning to win. Just yesterday, when elections were held in KwaMhlabuya-Lingana, MK had won last year. They have now lost. It's the IFP that has won, because it's an IFP space. Where we had lost in 2024, and it's the ANC. The ANC has won all those by-elections. So the issues of provision of services and resolving people's issues is important. Over and above that, the issues of organizational culture, as well as the capacity of the ANC to adapt in every area where we are contesting, is very important. So the voters who didn't come out to vote are very important for us. Those are the people who must go back to, who must know what were their issues and address those. And they can only be resolved through a government that attends to load shedding, even load reduction now, that deals with the water shedding, that deals with safety and security, but of importance, that deals with the economy and ensuring that there's inclusive growth and job creation, not job opportunity.